In this video, we will review the 6 steps of the Six-Step Relational Database Design process. The sub-steps of each of the steps are also listed, the details of which are covered in a previous lecture. You will learn what the 6 steps of the Six-Step Relational Database Design are and how to carry out each of these steps. Here is a summary of the 6 steps. Step 1. Discover entities and assign attributes. Step 2. Derive unary and binary relationships. Step 3. Develop a simplified ER diagram. Step 4. List assertions for all relationships. Step 5. Create a detailed ER diagram using the assertions. Step 6. Transform the detailed ER diagram into an implementable RM diagram. Step 1. Discover entities and assign attributes. This step has 3 sub-steps. Step 1.1. Discover the entities. Step 1.2. Assign attributes to each entity discovered. And Step 1.3. Select identifiers, keys, and primary keys from the attributes of each entity. At the end of this step, all of the entities along with their corresponding attributes are listed. Primary keys and keys are also indicated for each entity. Step 2. Derive unary and binary relationships. This step has 2 sub-steps. Step 2.1, build the matrix, and Step 2.2, fill in the matrix. At the end of this step, all of the relationships between all possible pairs of entities previously discovered in Step 1 are derived and indicated on an EE matrix. Step 3. Develop a simplified ER diagram. This step has only one sub-step, Step 3.1, create simplified ER diagram. At the end of this step, a simplified ER diagram is created using the entities discovered in Step 1 and the relationships derived in Step 2. This simplified ER diagram does not contain information about optionality nor cardinality. Step 4. List assertions for all relationships. This step has only one sub-step, Step 4.1, list assertions using the simplified ER diagram. At the end of this step, the assertions for each relationship derived in Step 2 and depicted on the ER diagram created in Step 3 are listed. Each relationship yields 2 assertions, and each assertion describes what can and cannot happen in that relationship. Step 5. Create a detailed ER diagram using the assertions. This step has only one sub-step, Step 5.1. Use assertions and the simplified ER diagram to create detailed ER diagram. At the end of this step, a detailed ER diagram is created using the list of assertions created at the end of Step 4 and the simplified ER diagram created at the end of Step 3. This detailed ER diagram contains information about optionality and cardinality. Step 6. Transform the detailed ER diagram into an implementable RM diagram. This step has 4 sub-steps. Step 6.1, many-to-many relationships. Step 6.2, one-to-many relationships. Step 6.3, one-to-one relationships. And Step 6.4, combine the results to create relational model diagram. At the end of this step, a crow's-foot RM diagram is created by transforming the detailed ER diagram created at the end of Step 5. This crow's-foot RM diagram can then be implemented on any RDBMS. Here is a summary of the 6 steps. Step 1. Discover entities and assign attributes. Step 2. Derive unary and binary relationships. Step 3. Develop a simplified ER diagram. Step 4. List assertions for all relationships. Step 5. Create a detailed ER diagram using the assertions. Step 6. Transform the detailed ER diagram into an implementable RM diagram. Get your copy of Six-Step Relational Database Design at Amazon.com and follow along in the book. You can also visit fidelcaptain.com/books/sixstep.html for all of the case studies used in this video series.